Hello, it's Sue here, and I want to show you an activity which is a lot of fun. And first off, you need to collect a selection of leaves. Just be careful when you collect them that you are not picking anything that might be poisonous and that you're not damaging a plant. And just remember that some leaves are not very friendly. They might have prickles or thorns on, or they may even give you a sting like a nettle leaf. So you might need a little bit of help choosing which leaves to pick. And don't be shy to pick up leaves off the ground because they can be very interesting. And for this exercise, if they're dried out, that's actually a better thing than if they're fresh and soft. Now I'm going to move these out of the way because I'm going to do them one at a time. And what I have here is some acrylic paint. I've just put out some yellow and some blue, and I've got a little tray for painting in, and then it's going to be rather messy, so you might want to wear some gloves. You certainly don't want to do it anywhere that something can become messed up by whatever you're doing, and certainly don't be wearing clothes that are rather special to you. So I'm going to start with this leaf here, and with a paintbrush I'm going to take some of this paint and just paint on the back of the leaf. And I'm doing yellow on part of it, and then I'll add in some blue further down the leaf. Now this is on the back of the leaf, not the front. Let's add a little bit more yellow there. Okay, let's see if I can get all the way to the edge. Carefully picking it up, move that out of the way and drop it down. Try not to let it slide when you're doing that. Now I'm taking a piece of kitchen paper, laying it over the top, and then just carefully pressing it down. Okay, lift that out of the way and then carefully lift it up, and look at that, isn't that beautiful? And we can see how all the veins go. And do you see how the yellow and the blue have mixed together to make beautiful shades of green? Right, that's one. Let's try this one here. This is a primrose leaf, and they're very crinkly and they've got nice strong veins on the back. So let's pop that there and paint that with blue. Okay. And I'm trying to get all the way to the edge so that I'll see the outside shape of the leaf as well. Okay. Now I don't want this to dry out while I'm still busy. So I've got to go fairly quickly. Let's add some more yellow. And we'll see what effect we get with this one. There we go. And lifting it up, dropping it down carefully, and then with the kitchen paper over the top and press. You've got to be careful that you don't move the leaf while you're doing this. That's why I'm just pressing down carefully, not rubbing. Okay, make sure you've gone all the way around. Lift the kitchen paper and peel off the leaf. Oh, isn't that lovely? I'm going to hold this up closer so that you can see. And now I'm going to add some red paint into my little pot here. And these are just ready mix acrylic paints. So they're quite thick and gloopy, which is very handy here. Now, that looks like a nice leaf to try. So again, upside down, and we're painting on the back of it. I think we'll go with yellow. Okay. And then I'm going to put some red. Now if I mix the yellow and the red at the same time, I'll get an orange colour. But I think this is such a big leaf, it might be fun if it's a bit of a rainbow. So maybe from there, I'm going to move on to blue. Okay. Actually, I'm picking up yellow and blue together. And we see what happens. Okay, just making sure I've gone all the way around. Put the brush down, move that out of the way, turn it over carefully and drop it. And then carefully, no rubbing, press down. Okay, peel that off, and now we'll carefully lift up the leaf, and look at that, isn't that beautiful? So we're making prints. Now we have an interesting leaf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I thought it might be a little bit like a hand, but I don't have 6 fingers. I'm not sure whether you might have. Okay, now that's purple. So if I take the blue and the red and I mix them together, I'll get a sort of purpley colour. So let's try that. I'm trying not to get my fingers too messy here. And you'll see some of the leaves have got veins that stand up in big ridges like on that primrose leaf. And some of them are smoother on the back, so you'll get different effects. This is a funny one. It's as though the paint doesn't want to stick on the leaf. It's almost as though it's sort of waxy. That's interesting. Let's just drop that down without smudging it. And press. Press, press, just making sure that all the edges have been pressed down. Lifting that up and carefully peeling it off. Oh, that's rather nice. It's actually got little holes in. Do you remember where I said the paint didn't want to stick? It's almost left a lacy pattern. That's rather nice. And now I'm going to try the fern. Oh, I wonder if that fern's a bit big. Maybe I'm just going to nip a piece off. Okay, and let's see. Now that one I can see in the tray has got quite a big bony vein going down the center. So we'll see how that turns out. Now I want to be very sure with my fern that I cover all these little leaves, because if it works out nicely, it'll make a beautiful pattern. Okay, and I'm getting paint on my finger. If you're a little bit of a messy person, you might want to put on some disposable gloves. But as long as you're using paint that doesn't stain, it doesn't matter. You can always go and wash your hands. Right, down comes my fern. Carefully. Right, and I think I need a fresh piece of kitchen paper because there's quite a lot of paint on that. Pressing that down, making sure everything got pressed down. And remember, each time you're painting on the back of the leaf. Oh, look at that! That's on my kitchen paper. And we lift that up and hope we've got something nice. Oh yes, isn't that pretty? And I'm just looking at this piece of kitchen paper here. Even that has turned out really pretty. So I can carry on now with all different leaves, building up a pattern here. And I could do a separate one on each of a small piece of paper, cut it out, and I've got a nice little picture all by itself. Or like this, I can build up lots of leaves and make a nice design that will actually make a colourful picture. I hope you have fun.